Aiden!
I gotta say it, hi Twitter.
That
honestly.
right there, folks, is what it's all about. Aiden knowing the reputation of Nick Merckx. Nick now seeing a new controller player trying to claim his tilted area. And, well, I feel like that's a battle we're going to see a lot today, Lupo.
Psalm's got to be very careful that it doesn't look like he has a bounce pad. I would expect him to kind of have it out. Aiden back.
Bro, Aiden, this kid's a freak, dude.
Just claimed.
Skirt on out of there. Tilted Towers looks like it will soon be the only thing in play. And, folks, Aiden has 10 minis and a Chug Jug. Apparently, Aiden's fifth limb was actually a trap that he left behind in a building in Tilted, and someone ran right through it.
That's not the first time he's done that either. During his qualifiers, that his 8th elimination in the second game came from a trap as he was rotating to the west.
Remember, that is incredible.
I love those.
8 elimination, second game, heading west.
Specifically
Eastern
remember where it
building.
happened, too.
Okay. Lupo, jeez. It's that dad brain right there you're showing it up. I love it. As Aiden, he's got another player close. He's got a launch pad at his inventory as well. Tilted will be out of play soon. You see, as he enters each room, he checks the roof for any traps. Make sure he can't sprint on in.
In the feed down there, replays from FaZe going down to Kayun, who just took out, I believe, Liquid Chat before that. That is a stack of eliminations to be proud of right there.
Aiden might win this tournament, dude. How aggressive he's playing.
Aiden with 5. That's 3 players currently with points. Aiden having 2. The others 1 apiece. Looks like Aiden has a player on the inside in here trying to take ownership of the wall so he can get the edit off. They're just holding on tight. He's going to have to rotate around potentially on top or push up the stairs. Change the angle of engagement. Pro players are typically very aware of these highly competitive players, very aware of appropriate times to disengage and get it up another angle. But Aiden gets dropped out from underneath his opponent, just lasering down any structure he's got. The AR shot's not as fast as an SMG, but it's enough to take structure out. Aiden's only building 1 layer at a time. The third party from behind, maybe tunnel visioning on the opponent that was in front of him, just losing track of the fact that somebody else was watching. There are other players there.
He's gonna Chug Jug for 50.
For those little towers.
He's playing for having as much health as possible for the next fight. Gonna Chug Jug here for the extra 50 shield, as there's a ton of fights going on around him. That was Boyer who just cut down Cease. You got Lanane from Envy down there in the river. Does Aiden continue this aggressive play? Looks like he will. He wants this right away, Lupo.
Tyler's even analyzed it earlier in the interview. Is Coyotes, we mentioned it earlier in the feed, eliminating replays, and here's the actual engagement. Taking a top down here, he's going for ownership of these structures so he can get the edit. These are my walls, and he wants the shot whenever he wants the shot. Here it is, 153.
Can't ask for much more from your shotgun. Right there, as we head back to the action, you're Tilted. Looks like Aiden's trying to build on up and match his opponent. Boyer, I think, has slipped on out of that lower box. He will have to move quite far for this next
players left.
zone. This end game really near 0 areas of interest. You see kind of in the river, and how awkward is this? It's 2 cliffs and a low valley.
He
didn't get a point for top 10 either.
There's a player sandwich here. 11 left. 1 more goes down. Everybody that's left alive gets 1 point minimum.
Whoever is a limb next, heartbreaking stuff, as they will be just on the verge of a free point. I know one thing, Nate Hill has no plans of peeking on out with that little HP left. 3 medkits for Morgoth, so you've got to think he's in a good spot if this goes to a heal-off. Uh-oh. Fight about to go down. Morgoth with a shot. Here it is.
Chug Jug.
We're now in the top 10.
Oh! He got a point, though!
A quick trade.
Trades happening back and forth.
The hype there, that was 3 limbs, and he made it to the top 10. That's 2 points there. Landjock, we mentioned. You can
the winner of this gets $25,000.
Not go for any fights. He's in 6th place with 0 limbs, but he's out of mats. He's full of
to go.
Oh, he just brought 3 people!
With them, 3 are on their way down from the top.
Pulling right away.
He's gonna. I think the goal is to try and land as fast as possible.
No, he's gonna rip again. Oh my God! No! That was almost 200 IQ.
Oh!
A shot on Gorilla.
Landjock!
Top 5.
Trades going down. Nate Hill with an limb. Prodigy Aces. Looks like he's got the high ground right now. Only 1 limb to his name. And remember, top 3 earned 2 points. He's made it. 2 points now earned. So many medkits. The storm is pushing on in. This is, I believe, it's going to come down to a heal off right now. Player shooting from above. He doesn't have time to heal. It's
He
Nate
lost
Hill.
track
And
of
I don't think Nate has any help left. He's got 1 HP. He's trying to break down. He doesn't have the time. This should be it. He's got 1 extra tick of HP.
Landjohn's got
There's the victory for Landjohn.
Bro.
Can't believe it. It was ramp to block the rocket, the quick follow-up. And there it is. The player, I think, tried to porta-fort, but unfortunately landed above him. And then Aiden, once he got to full HP, said, you know what? I know exactly where Nick Merckx will be, and I'm going to go for it right off the bat. Nick only able to tag him for 7. The crowd definitely made some noise there, as he didn't stop at all. He continues to hold forward. He wants to bring the fights to his opponents and get right in their face.
That's multiple
Yeah, he just
window
shoves it, dude.
conversions from Aiden, taking advantage of every little bit of cover he could. Catches another player off guard as they rotate in through a building. You saw they went for the defensive build too to block him out, but it wasn't enough. The 72 damage crit, it'll almost jar players. That amount of damage.
Oh, that's how he died?
It's the same effect as maybe getting hit by a hunting rifle shot or a sniper.
I respect that though, dude.
You get